So meet John Travolta. We're talking about Scientology, and he is also a very famous Scientologist. There are 9 face shapes. He's a pretty classic iron face. Strong, stable, stubborn. Give this guy a job, he's going to get it done. Persevere, diplomatic in things he's interested in. If he's not interested, kind of screw it. You don't want anything to do with it. The thing I like to do is look at the right and left eye. It tells us a lot about the person's personality. The right eye is what we show to the world. It's our public persona. It's our mother's influence. The left eye, conversely, is our true inner private self, and it's our father's influence. When we cover up his left eye, his right eye, very focused, very caring, very loving individual. Cover up that right eye, look at the left, he's intense. Not angry, but he's just intense and intentional, I guess would be another way of saying this kind of thing. Hairline, obviously, he has no hairline, but it is receding. I have to read this verbatim for all of you that have my hairline and John's hairline. This is what it means from my book, Why the Face. Extra drive and ambition, potential for financial success, virile, open-minded, quick brain, intelligent. Eyebrows, you gotta look at those eyebrows to go, man, they're pretty pronounced. Very low set, which means he's very approachable, very willing to help others, very thick, which means you have a really strong constitution. Kind of a blessing and a curse, a very strong body, but also can push it past its physical limits. Got to be careful of that. Upper eyelids, they're kind of full, appears to be a little more full on that left side. This represents gallbladder, but the emotion of the gallbladder is anger. Does he have some internalized anger? I think so. It has to do with a male, a little more dramatic on that left side. Possibly, hard to know for sure without knowing a little bit of history. Underneath his eyes, there's some puffiness. This is a kidney deficiency. There is a little more puffiness. I see it a little greater on that right side. Other pictures, it shows even more dramatically. This is unshed tears, has to do with the female. I do believe his wife passed away. Beautiful lady, also an actress. Nose tip, he has got the gourmand nose. It is a quality over quantity individual. This guy has very, very good tastes. Ears, very large, which means longevity. He's a risk taker, but they're very high set. This is an odd trait. You saw the same thing in Tom Cruise. High set means someone that's very reliable, down to earth, and doesn't seek the limelight. They can handle the limelight. That's such a rare trait for an actor to have this. I find it fascinating. Most actors, you'll see their ears are below the corner of the eye, which indicates low set. His nose kind of bends a little bit to that right side. There's just a little bit of a movement to that side. It's moving towards a female or away from a male. Again, with his losing his wife, you could read a lot into that. Deep creases right here. These are falling lines. Falling means purpose and spiritual strength. This man's found his purpose. He's living his purpose, and again, has deep spiritual strength. Deep creases between his eyebrow. These are liver lines. The emotional liver is anger. I'd be concerned there might be a history of alcoholism in the family tree. Again, I don't know his personal history if he did anything, put anything in his body that he shouldn't have, but chances are in the family tree it was there. So that is John Travolta, another famous Scientologist. Hope you enjoyed. We're asked over and over and over again, can you read my face? The answer is yes. Matter of fact, I'd love to read your face. All you got to do is go to WTFWhyTheFace.com. Now, there's several options there. It's not a costly thing to do. First option is I can simply give you a written report. It'll be 7-8 pages long. I will read your face. I will go over psychological aspects, traits that are positive, traits that are negative, also some health issues. That is one fee. The second option is you'll also get a 7 to 8 page written report. Plus, I will physically call you. Questions will come up. I usually spend 30 to 60 minutes on the phone with you. Obviously, it's a little higher price because it's going to be more time involved. But a lot of questions will come up and you'll say, okay, I got that, but what does that really mean? And I can kind of explain a little more in depth. The third option is, again, 7 to 8 pages. I'll call you. But we can also discuss some options. If there's some things that you're concerned with, we can kind of point you in a direction. I can't physically treat you, but I can certainly make some suggestions when you talk to your own doctor. Pay attention to this or whatever it might be. So if you're interested, please upload your faces and we will be happy to read them for you. Would love to do it.